Alright, so I decided to do a video recording early today. I think whenever I decide, whenever I plan to do it at the end of the day, it has pros and cons. The good thing is that I might, have a kind of more stuff to share at the end of the day, um, to remind myself. But the problem is that most of cases at the end of the day, when the energy run low, and there might be so many other factors that make myself feel distracted, or for example, if everybody in my house, being around and cooking in the kitchen, or if my husband in my room, I absolutely don't feel comfortable recording myself, sharing whatever I feel. So I think maybe I better do it now, just to avoid procrastination. That's it. And today, again, I start my day normally by doing exercise and watching some of the video from Buddhist teaching. I don't know why, but recently it's just the flow that I normally go with. This morning I didn't do exercise because I woke up late and cooking for my husband and pack lunch for him, and I let's say why I skipped this morning. Because some of my housemate was cooking in the kitchen, so I don't feel comfortable, and I didn't do it yet. I haven't done it yet. But one thing I learned from, let's say one thing I picked up from one of the videos that I listened to, the the master said that whatever comes to us, including good or bad, it will only bring good, not harm. That is the literal translation of what he said, I believe. And everything, good or bad, everything is just based on our own thoughts and our own perspective. So let's say the first sentence, this to me is like, again, a confirmation that okay, if we just clear our mind with this statement, with this strong affirmation that whatever comes to us just only bring good, only be useful for us, only be kind of meaningful and helpful for us, then we're gonna feel much better, even with good or bad, especially when it comes to bad situations. So yep, that's it. That's the key takeaway that I want to take today. That's it. Yeah, this is sort of the video. I think
Bây giờ mất hết rồi
the
à?
first sentence he mentioned. You see that the first sentence that he mentioned. So I just wanna introduce the source of you know of my information, in case it might be helpful for anybody, just in case. But I guess nobody gonna follow this one. Maybe none of the audience will be Vietnamese. So back to the point, because right now today I created to-do list for myself, and I decided that, and I plan to, how to say, what is my to-do list for today? And I decided to, I didn't do this one yet. I am doing this one. I decided to get the ship flow stuff done today, because I need to work like 2 days later. Not today, I had 2 days later. um 2 days in a row, to be honest. So I know that for sure I cannot do much sorting, and because the production is a very important phase that will be involved to the real data of client. In my case, it's my restaurant with so many location and stuff. So I want to make sure that everything will be prepared carefully, and you know, I better do a deep research and takes time to understand everything now and make the right decision right now, then later have to fix all of the mess that I made. So I cannot rush. Recently I decided to be slowed down, especially when it comes to important thing. But I still plan to get it done by today. Um, yeah, that's it. So right now, I mean, this morning I did a lot of discussion back and forth and a lot of research with on Google and AI to how to what I should do. So now everything was cleared out and planned out, and Cloud Code is helping me to execute the code. I just run the command cc execute, and it's doing it. It takes a bit of time because um, on the along the way it figured out some of the problems, kind of important problems, and we need to fix it before production. So yeah, I'm just this phrase I just decided to go with deep planning. Then after the deep planning and all the discussion is done, the code execution is kind of not a big deal for AI. But we need to follow like the idea and the direction with AI first. That's the most important thing, and I'm glad that I did it this morning. So now, while waiting for while waiting for AI handling the code problem, I just go back to this website. I created this website for myself, and I always open one tab on the left like this to kind of like, because every day I learn kind of a lot of new words, and I want to make sure that I don't forget. I mean, I want to make sure that I save all the vocabulary for myself. Oh my goodness, what happened with my pronunciation? I want to make sure that I save everything for later review. Then I use this one. I just type down all the keyword here, all the new words here, and I supposed to review with this, but I decided to go back to daily topic to have fun today. And I don't know why the keyword neurodiversity came to my mind. It's popped up to my mind, so I decided to go ahead with it. And I'm kind of surprised because how do I say this? I mean, even I know this term for a long time, I still learn something, not only English language, but also some kind of like scientific insight about this term. Or I don't think we call, how do I say, let's say it's this term in a neutral way. It's not any health problem or mental problem. It is a scientific term for a different, for let's say for human, for us. I don't know, but I have this problem. Let me just read again the conversation as a way to practice English. So, hey Sam, have you heard a lot about neurodiversity lately? Yes. Yeah, it seems like more people are talking about different way of thinking and how they enrich workplaces. Okay, so enrich workplaces. It turns out that this one bring the positive impact. Exactly, it is fascinating how brain wiring can vary so much from person to person, and those variations can help us think outside of the box when solving problems. True, but we also need to break the stigma that still surrounds conditions like autistic spectrum. Absolutely. Adopting a sociomotor perspective shifts the focus from fixing to embrace differences. I agree. When we understand ADHD as a learning style, we can create a more inclusive environment. That's why building a supportive community is key to raise awareness and reduce communication barriers. Plus, it helps us challenge assumptions about what people can achieve. Right, when we all collaborate, we all grow together. Have you ever felt sensory overload in crowded places? Often, and recognizing that helps us design better spaces for everyone. So, promoting neurodiversity isn't just a buzzword, it's about real change. What is what exactly mean here? Buzzword. I'm gonna search. Okay, I think I have the option here. So no, I remember earlier I set up this option, but okay, I'll go back to later. Exactly, it's about valuing each person's unique contribution. So yep, I like the last sentence here. Um, yes, I know that I have ADHD and something about neurodiversity that I didn't know earlier. Um, Let me try just a story about it to understand how my website generate this one, and then I'll go back to the point that I want to share. Let's say story. I'm not gonna use LC flavor this time. Story, natural, enter. I need to enter the with dialogue. If you think this one is too easy, you can go with dialogue and advanced option, and maybe as LC flavor as a topping if you want. For me, I'm gonna go with story. Let's see. While Maya steps into the bustling co-working space, she could feel the room buzzing with ideas. Her colleague Sam greeted her with a grin. Ready to jump into the new project? Maya nodded, her mind already mapping out the task ahead. She loved how their team thought outside the box, especially when they leaned on each other's strengths. During morning stand up, Maya spoke up about a design tweak that could smooth over a usability snag. What is snag? Okay, I think I have a version of snag. Ah, I forgot. I did it in code review, where we can create a bilingual version of the story that created randomly from all the words that we have in the word bank, but not on this one. So I was wrong because I want to understand this shit. Snack. Usually snack. I get it is something like snack is a new word. Okay, look up for snack. Snack here. Snack is problem. Optical. Why didn't you tell me just optical problem, bro? Anyway, it's a good thing to learn. I'm glad I run into that Grace catch. Sam replied, tipping his hat to her inside. Tipping his hat, what does it mean? Tipping his hat, showing respect or admiration. Oh, I see. Tipping his hat. Wow, nice. Later, Maya broke the ice with a newcomer, explaining how the company values neurodiversity and foster an inclusive culture. The new hire, Alex, seems on board, eager to dig deeper into the team workflow. At lunch, Maya and Sam chew the fat about workplace dynamic. Okay, let me get the word chew the fat, not flat, chew the fat. I think it's just like having a casual talk, discussing around something. Maybe chew the fat, engage in casual conversation. Yeah. Okay, another term to learn today. So they have a casual conversation about workplace dynamic. Chew the fat about workplace dynamics. We got to keep the momentum, Sam said, drawing a line under the conversation. Mayer took a plug and suggested a brainstorming session to think on our feet. Oh my goodness, so many terms that I feel unfamiliar. Brainstorm, okay, took a plug is like, I remember I run into this one for took a plug. Decided to do something risky on you. So it's similar to, actually I can just save it in the word bank by, hold on, take the blood. Okay, it's, do you understand? Make a bold move. Okay, so she just make a bold move and suggested a brainstorming and think on our feet. What is think on our feet mean? Look it up. Think on our feet, I guess. Be an original version. Just be ourselves. No. Be think on one feet mean react quickly. Roll up their sleeve and broke the ground, generating idea that went beyond the norm. I didn't understand the rest. By afternoon, may I feel the pressure cooker of that lie ease off, and the group clicked together. I understand. I mean, I'm not sure, I guess, which mean the whole sentence mean feel the pressure of that lie going down or decrease. Oh, okay, they have the translation here. The group click together. Basically, I heard somewhere earlier. It's mean like it works. Let's see how it's explained. This keyword clicked. Work well together. Yeah. She wrapped up the day by sending a quick note to the whole team, giving a shout out to everyone's effort. As she left, Maya reflected on how embracing different thinking style pays off and open doors and fresh perspective. Okay, good. I mean, I like the general idea of this story as well. I noticed, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't know this term, and I didn't notice this kind of management before. When I worked in Malaysia, maybe they have it, but I just didn't know or didn't really experience myself. But whenever I applied for the job here in Australia, which I did a lot, and I never got past any of those. Basically, when you submit the application form, there will be a few they ask if you consider yourself having kind of neurodivergent, if you are neurodivergent, or if you require any like special treatment during the interview, which is very very good, very thoughtful, and that is the kind of I think the the cultural the work culture that we should promote everywhere. And back to the point, I remember I am so glad when I got to know this term neurodiversity. I remember I think I used to talk about this. See, in Hobbiton School, this one. It edited 9 months ago, um, which is I remember, I don't know when I gave this presentation, about 9 months ago, I guess. So because this post on LinkedIn really touched me. It's like literally talk about, resonate with me a lot. It talked about my problem that I've been questioning myself for a long time, and I couldn't find the exact keyword to describe about it. And then with this girl share about this one, I feel so resonated. I feel it clicked right away. So I decided to, I mean, before sharing this to Hobbiton School in my presentation day, I gotta reflect on myself first, and I just tell all the true story about myself, even the problem, the vulnerability to the others in my class, in my cohort. I don't mind. So let me go through it because it's been a while. I never went back to it since then. Everyone deserves a chance to shine. Yeah. The keyword that I want everybody to take away from this presentation is that everyone deserves a chance to shine because they have their own strengths that the other people might not have. It is unique, a unique individual. Not everyone shine under pressure, but even the right condition we okay. Yep, that what I feel. It happened to me, and I hope you know everyone can. It should happen to everyone as well. Let me go through it quickly. Just kind of recall and kind of memories, pass by stuff. Mm. Yeah, this one having kind of selling the same idea as the story in my English website, right? So I don't like opening too many tabs. So yeah. Okay, it's just nice slides in my presentation, and there is my tag team. The happy ending I had in Malaysia, I always call it. For me, initially when I got to know about the term neurodiversity or neurodivergence, I think about it as, I didn't think about it in much positive way. I still think about it as a positive way. Like it is considered a problem of, some people who kind of struggling with pressure, with supervision, and kind of pressure here could be kind of deadline pressure or people pressure when we feel overwhelmed having somebody around. So I think it's just the problem, which is exactly what I have. um I've reflected and I question myself a lot, like why, for example, in my school years where I just study pretty well, everybody came to me before the exam because they know that I can help them. I'm pretty good at as all the subjects, especially when it comes to science subjects. And I mean, not bolding, not bold, uh, showing up. The other word I forgot, boasting. Show. Let me find the word. I have the. I believe I'm gonna find last word through this one. So now I think boasting. So boasting here, not boasting here or not bragging here, but I mean it is the situation where I feel like I used to be pretty good at school year, but whenever it came to the exams, I just did it like worse than the other average people who often come to me to ask for my help. And everybody know that I was top student, but they even surprised whenever they see my result in the exam. It was a funny story. um yeah, but the school year passed by for like 20 years already, so it's just something that I've reflected, both in secondary school, high school, or university. It happened to me a lot, and I kept questioning why I was so upset at the time, but not now, because now I knew the answer. And also, after graduation, when I went to work, I noticed that I often feel, oh, why I'm going to use this one? This is for work stuff. Let's shift it up. I often feel like, how do I say? Whenever I work alone, or whenever I don't work alone, but if I work with people that chose me and people that I know and I feel comfortable, I can do the job pretty well or so good or even beyond the expectation. I am boasting again. I am bragging about myself again, maybe. But whenever like having someone supervise me, watch me, or kind of, especially if that one is someone that I don't know or I don't feel comfortable enough, then I'm gonna mess it up. My hand just shaking, sweating, and I'm gonna do, instead of doing this, I'm gonna do the other stuff, or I'm gonna type. My typing skill gonna be very slow down and really, um, what I forgot the word. Really, i- it's like slow and crazy. I forgot. Clumsy. Maybe the word is clumsy. Yeah, it's not the right word, but it is something I want to describe about myself in that situation. Clumsy. So I mean, it was just terrible, and but I mean, whenever I feel supported, I feel comfortable, and I feel that I am not being kind of, um, I'm not being put in pressure, or either pupil pressure or time pressure or deadline pressure. I know that I can do pretty good, or even, as I said, beyond their expectation, because I know what I can do. I go deep into whatever I want. I want to make it perfect. It's also a problem too, because sometimes we're gonna slow down the process. But yeah, so I did this presentation to encourage people that, I am having problem, and I just I just want to admit this to everyone. And if everyone um, having maybe similar or the same problem, don't feel bad about it, because we're gonna shine in a certain situation and in a certain environment where we get, the right condition and the support that we need. And I yeah, I am glad that I made it. after this presentation. So many people say thank you because they said that it touched them, it resonates with them, something that they never dare to talk about it, even they've been through it. And then until I shared out, then they also feel it, and I'm glad that it helps somehow. Back to the point of this one, I think after a while, when I go back to this term, I feel like it's not really as bad as I thought. It is even something that we call the neurodiversity. Let's call it the different way of thinking. And as I said, everyone is an individual, a unique individual in this universe. So yeah, know it. Don't feel bad about it. And I hope everyone will find the right environment, the right place to be. I think I don't expect, or I don't really pray for anything, but I know that I'm gonna find my own place where I belong to, the people that I want to be with, and the place that I can contribute. That's it. Even if I cannot, it doesn't matter now, because now I think I know how to live, how to make peace with my own self. So nothing a big deal to me at the moment, I believe. I mean, at the moment, I don't know. Later, sometime I'm gonna maybe fall off the track a little bit, but yeah, at least I try to remind myself every day. And that's it. Take care.